Okay, so let's kick off the show today with a look inside this palace, which can only be described as Hollywood glamour at its best. And we meet the glamorous real estate agent Cindy as she shows off this modern property. Well, I feel an absolute honour to be here. This looks stunning.
It is stunning.
But just before we go in, we should tell the viewers, this is the Bird Streets here, isn't
Yes.
it? Mm-hmm. So the Bird Streets are kind of the premium.
Everybody wants to be in the Bird Streets because you have the accessibility to Sunset Plaza, but you also captivate the entire view.
This is Hollywood royalty as far as property goes. You don't get any better than this. This is like almost on the strip.
This is on the Strip. You can walk to all of the greatest shops and restaurants, but you also have the view from the Getty Center to the ocean.
It's almost like an art museum kind of about it.
That's what I always say. That's funny you say that. I always say it's not like any other modern or any other contemporary you're going to find. There's nothing cold about it. It is such a beautiful, warm, inviting contemporary, and there's nothing like it.
Can we do it?
I'm proud to show it to you.
Can we take the tour?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it. I mean, obviously a property like this does attract celebrity, isn't it? And right around here is pretty much, this is celebrity ghetto, if you like.
It's a great way of putting it. It has that sex appeal of Sunset Plaza, but it has the sophistication and the glamour that a lot of our very discriminating buyers demand.
Absolutely.
Spared no expense here.
Well, you've got Leonardo DiCaprio just lives over there, and there's many others we could mention.
That's right. Shall we mention them?
Let's do it. No, let's not. Hey, 8 Car Garage, if you've got collectibles, it's a wonderful place to keep them. But if you don't want to have collectibles, what else could you use that garage for?
Well, funny you ask, because that garage also is designed to be a nightclub. So if you don't have your cars stored, you can turn it on. You have neon lights all around the ceiling. It's air conditioned. The acoustics in there, it's phenomenal.
This is a party house.
It is a party house. But think about the buyer of this home. The buyer of this home is going to really want something private so they can get away from Hollywood if they need to, close the gates behind them, and it's completely isolated from any point on this property, downstairs or up. All the doors and windows can be open and nobody can see inside. So you have complete privacy. But if you want to open those gates and you do want to open your doors for entertaining, where can you possibly find a better location?
That's interesting because it is a really practical home as well. I mean, if you didn't want to have a party here, it is a really functional home. In fact, one of the crew said, I love this home because it's functional. Like, it's a real house.
It is a real house. And so the owner is from the area and he's born and raised here. Okay. So he knows the demographic of the buyer. He is the demographic of the buyer.
Okay.
So for him, you know, he wanted to think about the person who wants it just for himself or a young family or guests who are coming to stay. So they really made sure they checked all the boxes with the design. So you do have your 5 bedrooms, you do have ample parking, you do have a kitchen that opens up to the outdoor barbecue area for entertaining. It's very intimate for such a large home that is such glamour, right? It's very intimate and very connected.
So this is what you call a piece of art. I mean, this is a staircase.
Floating staircase is actually a construction all its own. The house was built around it, and it is an absolute piece of art.
Oh my gosh.
Crazy,
and you know what?
right?
The art here, talking about art,
Right?
the art here is just so important. Every corner you seem to go to, there's art.
Well, you have these massive walls, which is so surprising because you have so many just open windows.
Yeah.
So you would think you didn't have enough art space and wall space, but you do.
I want to be friends with the owners because the guest room is just something out of
I'll
the
make a
world.
call.
It is
Make a
beautiful.
call.
It is just
You'll
like,
never leave.
It's hard to actually understand which one was the master bedroom suite until I actually found it because they all.
Well, there's no missing the master bedroom once you find
But the
it.
minor bedrooms are master bedroom
I know. So on that one level, when you come in, you have the 1 bedroom to the right, and you originally had 2 bedrooms to the left. And Richard and the owner talked about instead combining those 2 bedrooms to make 1 big suite. So when you go into that one room especially, it's like a hotel suite.
Yeah.
It just hits every single emotion that an owner would want, because when you walk into the master, it's a reveal. You don't know until you turn that corner and then it just stops you, right?
Oh my gosh, this is
Look at
just
this.
something.
It's amazing, isn't it?
This is just beautiful.
I know.
So that's a window above your bed.
So this has a retractable shade as well. So for a night, you can close it, but you can also go to bed at night looking at the stars. Even if you were in the room and you wanted to watch the sun go down,
Yeah.
right? You could see it from the room and then the sun go up. So you see it through all the Fleetwood floor-to-ceiling windows and doors, but you also see it through the retractable skylight.
That would be just
Crazy
so
good,
awesome.
right?
Yeah.
And then you have the view, as I was saying, from the observatory to downtown, Pacific Design Center, Pacific Ocean.
So this is Sunset Boulevard just right down here,
Yes,
right?
it is. Sunset Plaza.
So you can just walk down there.
That's one of the great things about this location. You can walk to all the greatest shops, restaurants, all the nightlife that's happening here in Sunset Plaza, but you have the view.
Yeah.
Usually to capture a view, you need to go so high and it's
Yeah.
inconvenient. This is right here.
Having a shower, looking at downtown LA is just something I've never dreamed of doing.
You'd never leave the shower.
It's
you
beautiful.
Have an excuse to shower 10 times a day. Yeah, so it's amazing. Again, to my point, you can be in that shower with all the doors and windows open, looking out over all of LA, Beverly Hills, Hollywood, downtown, and nobody can see you.
It's just amazing.
Yeah. You also have the office that is set off of the master, which shares the balcony. So if somebody really wanted the entire upstairs to just be their private oasis, it can be.
You'd be great at hosting a show.
Thank you.
Do you want to do it? Do you want to do a show? Oh my goodness, this is something I've not seen.
Isn't this amazing?
This
I
is-
know. When you walk through the front door, you feel like you're walking outside. And so as soon as you walk in, you have that wow
Yes.
factor. And I think you can come back 15 different times and you're going to notice something else about this view.
The outside space is beautiful.
It is, and that's one of the amazing things about this home is how the indoor lends itself seamlessly to the outdoors.
It's all the same level.
It's all the same level. Do you want to go out and
Let's
I'll show
do
it
it.
to you? I'd
Yeah.
love to. So it
Love
takes
the
you
art.
straight out. So again, for family or for entertaining, you have the luxury of indoor-outdoor living.
Yeah.
You have the pool, you have the water features, you have the jacuzzi. You also have an entire outdoor loggia space that has the heaters, it has the sauna, it has the spa.
Which is great for winter, right? Because
It's great for winter,
yeah.
and I call this the home to have a staycation. Why do you need to go anywhere? This is your
If I owned this
staycation.
house, I would not leave, because why would you want to? If you went to a luxury penthouse somewhere, it wouldn't compare.
It would not compare, and if you own this house, I would come and visit.
I mean, you see some of the best homes in Hollywood. I mean, do you kind of get tired of it? Do you kind of like, oh, it's just another house?
Yes, actually, I do get tired of it because quite often they're cookie cutter and they're the same as the other 5 that I just showed earlier that day.
Okay.
And so I'm so proud
very different.
to show this home because it's unique, it is custom, it's not a spec home.
Yep.
Although the seller had always built it with the intention of selling it, there is nothing spec about this home.
Having a home cinema, is that important in a home like this?
Extremely important. One thing that I find is a mistake that a lot of builders are making is they're taking these huge rooms for theaters, and you don't need huge rooms for theaters. And so in this home, you have a very well-appointed theater. So it does allow when you want to go in there and you shut off the rest of the
Cozy.
world and it's cozy. The theater, where you want it to have no windows and be dark, is set back into the hill and into the garage.
The art here is just beautiful. The sculpture outside.
The home itself is a piece of art. It's a shame not to then accent it
Yeah.
with beautiful art, beautiful sculptures, water features. Every time I come, I think, oh, I don't know if I took a picture of that. And there's always something, it's eye candy.
Yeah.
But you know, I will say, with so many homes, you walk in and you go, wow, this is really great. And then when you take closer looks, you see the quality
Yeah.
might be a little subpar, or you might say, oh, the rooms are a little smaller. That you walk through this home and you're not just stopped at the wow factor. It then goes on to the sophistication. It then
it's
goes
so
on to
detailed.
the materials
Yep.
and to the design and to the thought process that went into every single room and the purpose of every room. And how would you want to use that room? And that's how they built it.
I really do love this home. It's probably my
Thank
favorite
you.
one ever. Am I allowed to say that? But it really is. I can't say that? Okay.
Sure he can. Yes, he can. Do you love this home?
I absolutely love this house.
Thank you.
What's it going to cost me?
We're offering this home at $22 million.
That is awesome. Thank you so much,
Thank
Cindy.
you.
Great to see you.
So great to spend the day with you.